Today we are going to discuss syllabus because some of you still have questions, and I thought it would be interesting or it would be good for all of you to know what value it creates for you from this course. This course, as you can see, is having 4 elements. According to when I was creating, I created a Venn diagram and I visualized what this course should be. And to me, the course should have 4 elements. One is the leadership aspect. One is the mental health management, which I happen to see a lot during this pandemic. Management was mismanaged, actually. Then crisis management aspect, because crises are coming one after the other. First one was pandemic, then is the winter storm or whatever it is. Crisis is happening then and there. And the other element is the leadership, servant leadership aspect, where your leader, as a leader, what should you be doing to help better your financial and also the organizational results. So that is how I created this course, and it was a big challenge for me to choose the right textbooks. Again, I have gone through different textbooks and chose 2 textbooks which are required for this course. One is the crisis management. That's a 4th edition. I am looking at 4th edition. That's why the ISBN number, some of you responded to me saying that this ISBN number is different. That is because you are either getting an old edition or an outdated edition. But we want crisis management, pandemic management edition, because that is where a lot of examples from the pandemic management is included. And I thought about seeing the big picture as a very important thing. So I included or thinking bigger as a very important skill set that will help managers to survive in the future. So I included Pandemic Incorporates 8 Trends Driving Business Growth and Success as one of the textbooks. Again, the course objectives are pretty clear. We have to analyze 7 pillars. For that, for servant leadership. Servant leadership, I created introduction and part 1 and part 2 on 7 pillars, so that you understand servant leadership at a level you can implement in your organization. The focus was more on practical aspects of servant leadership, and then followed by that. Again, I didn't want you to buy this textbook. But if anybody gets interested in servant leadership, can always buy some of the textbook, 2 or 3 of the textbook I mentioned in another video. And again, 8 trends. We are looking at the 8 trends. Explained importance of crisis management. And finally, I'm not wanting you to read all the articles, but I read myself the articles and made notes and created a video on mental health management. I'm not going deep into details regarding that. I just wanted to make sure that you have an idea that people are being affected mentally due to any management, any crisis at this point of time. There are 3 discussions. Discussions are actually with the local leaders, or to show that it is not at the national level alone we can make changes. We can make changes at every community level, every organization level, so that we can achieve results. So I have included 3 discussions, videos and reflections on those videos as a part of grading itself, so that people take interest in reading and going through the videos and understand how these people actually achieved results in their life. So again, quizzes and examinations. Quizzes, it's actually preparing you to take examinations too. So a lot of videos and write-ups and PowerPoints are created so that those people who are working will be able to watch these in their times and be successful in this course. I want to make sure that everybody gets the value from the course. That's why I'm taking so much time to create these videos, create the write-ups and the PowerPoint presentations, and even the quizzes and examinations are prepared by me. There is no question bank. These books are all new, and these are all, if you look at all these editions, these are all new. So I couldn't find any any proper book which could cover all these aspects I wanted to cover. So I decided to choose books and create my own material, or our own material now. It's not mine. Once you read so much about servant leadership, you start thinking everything ours and rather than mine. So it's a very interesting course, and it was a challenge for me, and it will be a challenge for you, but it will create so much value in your life if you take that time to understand and put effort to learn these materials. It will certainly turn out to be good for both of us. I won't be using ProctorU. I believe that we are all adults and we are responsible adults too, and I don't want anybody to, at this point, to monitor that, because this questions again, I request again and again, do not put any material which I prepare into internet or web on any question banks. Please don't do that. I take time to prepare this, and you're not helping anybody. You're actually going against the servant leadership style. We are giving opportunity to others to learn. So if people are taking shortcuts, just watching, going to this web and finding the answers, it's not good. So I also use Respondus Lockdown Browser to minimize the access of the web. But let us be responsible, and let us be good servant leaders, and do not post any of these questions or quizzes into the web and their answers too, because you're actually hindering another person's opportunity to learn and encouraging people to take shortcuts, which we don't want to do in a servant leadership style. And I don't want to discuss too much about it. It's very self-explanatory. Some of the questions were whether the chapter number for the pandemic incorporates. Why did you put that? Actually, I just put that for my own convenience. But again, I put the headings in the readings so that you should not be confused anyways. But people still had questions regarding why chapter 1 to 3 is Welcome 2020. Again, it's just for convenience. You can look at the readings. You can see that it is 3 chapters which will be covered in the first week from the Pandemic Incorporates, and there is a video and presentation slides provided in the module 1 for major mental health issues and ways to cope with stress, and servant leadership introduction was a video, and write-up and PowerPoint presentation was also provided to you. This is the same thing which I'll be doing as class progresses. Again, examination 1 basically covers the Pandemic Incorporates that book, and major mental health issues and ways to cope with stress, and servant leadership introduction part 1 and part 2. So this is covered in the examination 1. As I'm mentioning it is for 100 points, and I won't be testing you again on this in the final examination. So examination 1 will finish all these things, and then we move to the major one, that is the crisis management. In the crisis management, you will be looking at 3 chapters at one time, and again, I'm preparing notes, I'm preparing PowerPoint, I'm preparing videos, I'm trying my level best to help you being successful in this course. And you understand the value from this course, and I hope you will be putting that effort to really understand what is covered in the course. Final examination is not comprehensive. We only look at crisis management at the final examination. It will be for 150 points. It is pretty self-explanatory. I would recommend you to print the schedule and keep it with you to get an idea, or to not really to get an idea, to do not miss the deadlines. I understand there can be emergency situations, but other than that, I do not want to give people to take exams after the deadline, because it is not fair to others to give some people a chance to take exams multiple times or after the deadline. It is not fair, and it is against servant leadership style, where we should be fair and ethical towards these type of issues. And I hope you will go through the syllabus, and I insist you to go through at least the schedule to get a clear picture. Again, if you have questions, I understand, and I will respond to your emails, even though I told multiple times the same thing, or through announcements. Again, announcements is very important. Please read the announcements. That is the only way I can communicate with you, especially in online course. And if it was a face-to-face course, we can actually do it one-on-one. Even if I'm doing Zoom, only very few people can attend it. So I decided to do announcements rather than a Zoom or a Zoom session. Again, I'm trying my level best to provide you with materials to be successful in the course, and I wish you the very best from the course and in your life, personal and professional. We all went through some difficult times in the past and are still going through it, but we come out of all these things stronger than we were before. That's what always the history shows. So let's pray for the best, and see you soon with another video. Thank you.